Hi, this video shows how to set up the plugin Vik Channel Manager on a WordPress website. This is how the plugin looks like once installed. We are working on a demo website, powered by WordPress, where we also have previously installed the plugin Vik Booking, and set up with some room types, rate plans and rates. So once you insert your E4J Connect API key, which can be obtained by making a subscription. For the E4J Connect service, the system will activate all channels selected for your subscription. In this video we are going to see how to configure a channel based on API technology, so with a two-way full sync connection. Like Booking.com, the first thing to know is the hotelid of our property at Booking.com. And once the connection between your account and the channel manager provider, E4J Connect, US, has been activated, we can proceed with the configuration of the entire system. From the page settings in Vik Channel Manager, we have to fill in the parameters at the bottom of the page with our hotelid. There's an important setting to consider before saving for the price comparison. The system needs to know whether Booking.com requires the prices to be tax included or excluded, for most European countries. This parameter needs to be set to tax included, so we leave it as is and we click the Save button. Now our hotelid has been saved. The channel manager needs to know what is usually called the rooms mapping data, which indicates the relations between the rooms of your website and the rooms of the channels, as a first step. We go to synchronize our rooms, and by clicking this button, the system will read in real time. All rooms and rate plans from our Booking.com hotelid will occupy the availability for the corresponding room on your website. Let's create the relations. Luckily the room names are pretty intuitive. I'm going to link the triple room to the corresponding triple room on the website. The center of the page will show the relation. The apartment goes with the apartment, and then the double room. Once we know the relations are correct, we can click the Save button. One important thing to be noticed about the rooms mapping is that the relations between the channel rooms and the website rooms should always be 1-to-1, so this means that one room of Booking.com should be connected to just one corresponding of the website, and vice versa. In our example, the Comfort triple room is correctly mapped to just one corresponding room of our website. After saving, the system takes us to the Rooms Relations page where we see a schema of the current relations between the channel rooms and the website rooms. We also get a message right after mapping the rooms with a new hotelid. It's asking us whether we want to import the active reservations from Booking.com. This is a useful function to download on our website, in the booking engine. All the reservations from the channel with a checkout date in the future. This is fundamental to complete the configuration process with Booking.com, which requires the channel manager to transmit back the information about the availability and rates. For this reason, our website needs to have the correct rates defined, as well as the correct availability. This means that all future reservations must be saved in Vik Booking. Let's quickly open Vik Booking on a new tab. The page All Bookings is showing just one test reservation coming from our website. So the page Availability Overview will show just this night booked for our double room, with the units remaining on these dates. Let's go back to the channel manager and let's import the active bookings. The request will take a few seconds to complete. All the active reservations for the mapped rooms will be imported from Booking.com, and the page dashboard will show some notifications for the new bookings downloaded. If we go back to Vik Booking to see an overview of the availability, we will see that we have more dates and rooms booked. The page All Bookings is now showing also the reservations that were just imported from Booking.com. It's important to notice that the imported reservations during the first configuration phase will have just some partial details. Some information will be missing. For example, the total amount, the credit card details and the country of residence of the guests. Of course, all the new bookings downloaded by the Channel Manager from here on will be comprehensive of all data. At this point, we need to make sure our website has all future reservations saved, and it has the correct availability for all rooms. The booking engine Vik Booking is the central reservations system that contains all bookings coming from any channel, website included. In case you are missing some bookings, you can always create them manually. You can use the page calendar to create manual reservations. Or you can also do it from the page availability overview. Let's try to close a room on some dates. Let's close the apartment from the 10th to the 15th of August. Maybe because we received a booking over the phone. Let's move on to the 15th of August. And let's close the room. What's the difference between closing a room and booking a room for a real customer? The difference is in the number of units that get blocked for a specific type of room on certain dates. When you close a room, the system will generate a booking to occupy all of its units. Such special bookings will be excluded from all financial reports and from the statistics, because it is not a real reservation. So I go ahead and close this room. Once confirmed, by going back to the parent page, I will see that the room has been booked. In fact, those dates are marked in red. If I had closed the double room, which has 5 units available in total, I would have obtained the same result, meaning that all the 5 units would have been booked. Instead, if I had made a simple reservation, the result would have been different. Let's try to book a room until the 20th of August. We book just 1 unit. I could have chosen to book more than 1 unit, up to 5 in this example. Let's assign a customer to the reservation. This is a test customer previously created for another booking. I can also enter a custom rate for this booking. Let's do €300. Then I click Save. Good. By going back, the system will refresh the availability. I've booked just 1 unit, and so I have 4 units remaining in these 3 nights. Now that we know the availability on our website is correct for all rooms, the only remaining thing we need to take care about before completing the configuration of Booking.com or any other channel is the pricing configuration. The prices and the rate plans for the rooms on the website must be correct. They have to reflect the pricing you want to have. If you watch some other videos, you will see how to set up the pricing for the various seasons or dates of the year, as well as the occupancy pricing, which are very important also for the Channel Manager. In order to transmit the bulk actions to update the inventory on Booking.com. Once we know the rates and the availability are correctly set up on our website, we can go back to the Channel Manager to finalize the configuration of the channel Booking.com. We only need to submit the 2 bulk actions. In the meantime, we see the 2 notifications for our test reservations we did before. The closure of 1 room, and the other reservatino. The system is telling us that the channel Booking.com was correctly notified. This is not sufficient for the first configuration of the channel and one hotel ID. Once you connect a new account with the Channel Manager, Booking.com will reset your rates and availability. All the current reservations will remain unchanged, of course, but they need a full refresh to be transmitted throughout the Channel Manager, complete of rates and availability. We can submit this full refresh by using the 2 bulk actions from the Bookings menu. The first bulk action is called Copy Availability. The page is asking us the range of dates that we want to update. By default, this is set from the current date to 1 year ahead. We could deselect some rooms to exclude them, or we can toggle the selection. Let's keep all rooms selected, and we just need to select all channels that we want to update, Booking.com in this case. If we had connected other channels, then they would have been displayed next to booking.com. Let's submit the page by clicking the button at the top of the page. The system will read the current availability for the selected rooms and dates from the website. And the exact same availability inventory will be transmitted to booking.com to align the units available for all rooms. Once completed, we will see a log, which tells us the availability transmitted. For example, we did some bookings for August. Let's move on to the beginning of the month. We booked the double room from the 17th till the 20th, until the night of the 19th. We should have 4 units left for the double room on these dates. If we check the response of the channel manager, we see that from the 17th of August till the 19th we have transmitted 4 units available. The notifications page will show us a real-time response from the channel booking.com. It was successful, so we can proceed with the other bulk action, which will transmit the information about the rates and restrictions. This is another important function, pretty similar to the other bulk action, but with some differences. We can exclude or include certain rooms from the update, and we can choose the dates to update. We have 2 more columns. The first is the selection of the website rate plan, from which the system will read the rates for transmitting them to booking.com. This is important. Rates are not read from booking.com or any other channel. They are read from your website and transmitted to the channels. Also, after the first activation of the connection with booking.com, they reset all rates and availability, and so at the moment they have no data. We need to retransmit this information to complete the configuration of the channel manager. Let's transmit the rates for our non-refundable rate plan. We need to tick the checkbox for booking.com next to each room we would like to update. Once we click the checkbox, a drop-down menu will be displayed for us to select the corresponding rate plan at booking.com that we want to update. This is an important choice because right now we want to transmit the rates for the non-refundable rate plan, to update the corresponding non-refundable rate at booking.com. We are working on a test hotel, and so it may be possible that your property does not have a non-refundable rate. Maybe it only has a standard rate. If this was the case, then you should select just the standard rate for both website and channels. The column at the center is required by the system to know whether the prices should be transmitted to booking.com exactly as on your website, the same pricing as for your booking engine, or if they should be altered, meaning that the rates of your website should be increased by a % or absolute value. This would create an incremental rule that the system will save for many other functions that update the rates on the channels. Once we submit the function, the system will read our prices for the non-refundable rate, and it will transmit them to booking.com for 1 year. To update their corresponding non-refundable rate, let's wait for the process to complete. The result will be a real-time response taken directly from the channels. Once done, all rates will be instantly visible from your booking.com extranet account. And in our example, the property would go back online at booking.com ready to be booked. In fact, rooms can be booked on certain dates only if they have information about the availability, which obviously needs to be greater than 0. And if they have the cost defined for the various rate plans. The response was successful, so we can now transmit the rates for the other rate plan standard rate. Let's change the relation of the rate plans by choosing the standard rate for both website and booking.com. Then we submit again the bulk action. This operation should be repeated for each rate plan that you have on both website and booking.com, or other channels. In case you only have one rate plan, like the standard rate, then you need to launch this bulk action for the rates just once. In fact, sometimes your booking.com account may have some derived rates, which are not parent rates, that can be updated through the channel manager. In case of derived rate plans, by transmitting the costs for the parent rates like the standard rate, such child rates would update by themselves, automatically. Our response was successful also in this case, So our configuration process for Booking.com is complete. Now we can try to simulate a booking. Maybe by choosing some of the dates previously tested. We can choose to book a room for 3 nights. Let's look at the current availability. We can reserve the triple room, the double room and the apartment, which has just 1 unit left. These are the rates that we just transmitted, together with the various occupancy pricing rules. The setup of this hotel is complete, and so the system is now able to do its job by itself. If I went ahead to complete a booking, the channel manager would instantly receive the reservation. This is a test platform of Booking.com, but every new booking, modification or cancellation would be instantly and automatically processed by the channel manager. In case of a new booking, we would have a log similar to this one, and the availability would be synchronized across all channels, website included. That's all. This was all it takes to set up the channel Booking.com in the channel manager.